Push it, push it, push it, push it. Go get the money, go get the money. So guys, I'm securing my future with something called Total Life Changes. And the reason I decided that Total Life Changes, guys, was the only MLM, and I mean the only multi-level marketing company for me, is because, guys, we have over 50 different products that's helping people restore their health, helping them restore their life, helping people restore their finances, helping people have better relationships with their spouse, okay? Helping people feel better about themselves and helping people have mental clarity, guys. And in this world that we live in, guys, most people are broken, and confused and absolutely don't have a clue, my friend, on what they truly want. I was talking to a young lady, well, she's not too young, she's about 40, and she said she wanted to do one of my programs, right? And, I told her, what it was. And I told her it was about $500. And she said, well, she didn't have that type of money. And I said, well, how old are you? And she said, I'm 40. And I said, well, at 40 years old, you lived for 40 years of your life. That means you worked for at least 20 years of your life. So the whole time of you making money, okay, at age 40, you should have at least $5,000 in the bank, at least $10,000 in the bank, or $10,000 in your house or something, at least $10,000 saved somewhere. So she said, that's the problem, Tanisha, right? I was never taught about money. I never knew anything about money. And all I knew was to go work for money. All I knew was to trade hours for dollars. And then I paid my bills. I was able to, travel a little bit. And she told me she only been out the country once in 40 years. And she's only been on, I think, 3 vacations in 40 years. And I said, well, this is why you now have to sacrifice your $500 to start something new, to be a part of something bigger than you. Okay, guys, I hope you caught that, right? So if you're over 40 years old and you don't have at least $500 in your bank account to help you secure or start to secure your future, guys, then you really need an opportunity, right? Now, it's not your fault, right? I'm not going to blame you that you're broke at 40, right? I'm not going to blame you that you're broke at 50, right? But I am going to blame you if you don't do something about it, okay? Your mom never taught you how to invest. Your mom never taught you, how to run a business. Your mom never taught you this, or dad, whoever raised you. They never taught you it, so you didn't know. So I'm not blaming you. But I am going to blame you if you continue to watch my videos and don't do nothing about it. I'm going to blame you if you continue to hope, pray, and wish, and you know there's ways for you to secure your family's future starting today without a job, okay? So think about these things, guys. Think about this stuff, because at the end of the day, my friends, you're working for someone else to build their dream and their legacy. Who's working to build your dream and your legacy? See, it's never too late to start to plan for retirement. I don't care if you're 40. I don't care if you're 50. I don't care if you're 60. But you're not going to plan for retirement with a job at 50, because right now jobs is, what's the retirement age? 75? So if you start at 50, you got 25 years to work for a retirement and a pension fund that's going to collapse anyway. Don't make sense, friends, right? You start you a business, guys. Just look at Damon John. Even look at Donald Trump. He started him a business before he became president. And he's building a legacy. Well, he has built a legacy. Okay? Look at all of these people. Jay-Z and Beyonce. Jay-Z album just came out. He's talking about residual. His album, guys, is talking about residual income. Now, I didn't listen to the whole thing, but I listened to one song, guys, and he was talking about residual income. And that's powerful. He's not talking about just going to get, going to work, getting the money, right? Because anybody can do that. But we're talking about building passive residual income. Yesterday, I made $400 residual income. That means from one of my I have 6 businesses. One of my businesses paid me $400 yesterday in residual income. Residual income. Okay? What would $400 in residual income, guys, in one day do for you and your family? What would it do? What would it do for you guys? What would that do for you and your family? Think about that stuff, guys. But if you're over 40 years old and you have at least $500 in your bank account, I'm not blaming you, right? But I'm going to blame you if you don't sacrifice your car note, your house note, eating lunch every day at work, right? Not going popping bottles at the club, right? Getting your hair done, getting your nails done. Sacrifice now, right? See, the pain to change must be stronger, friends, than the pain to stay the same. This, my friend, is when you will change. If you don't see that, if you're over 40, you don't have $500 in your bank account, then you'll never see that as a problem. Then you'll always struggle and you'll never have money. But if you see that as a problem, you need to get started with something that's bigger than you. Whether you're going to take my Amazon course, okay? Whether you're going to join me in Total Life Changes, whether you're going to join me in the 4% group, okay? Whatever you're going to do, okay? You need to make a decision to do it, all right? There's only 3 industries of business that you can get into, guys. Health, which is my TLC, okay? Wealth, okay, which is online marketing, online courses, digital courses, right? And systems and relationship. Parenting, marriage, boyfriend and girlfriend, spouse relationship, church relationships. It's only 3 industries in the world: health, wealth, and relationships. That's it. And I'm in 2 of them. Okay? I'm in 2 of them, the health and the wealth industry. You got to make a decision, guys. I made a decision 5 years ago when I was 28 years old. I said, I'm not going to do this bullshit. I'm not going to work for a job. I'm not going to work for a boss anymore and be broke my whole life. You don't want to be broke your whole life. You don't want to be struggling your whole life. At some point, you want to say, I created my last 40 years, I was broke. My last 40 years, I wasn't able to travel every year. I travel at least 4 to 6 times a year. I make that my business too. Okay? 4 to 6 times a year, guys, will change your life. Okay? So for the last 40 years, you've been broke. Last 40 years, you've been down. You've been destitute. You've been hoping and praying and wishing. Now, let's create the next 40 years. All you need is $500 to start with, right? 4%, $500, right? You join me in Total Life Changes, $500. Okay? They all have monthly fees. Every business has a monthly fee. You have business expenses. Okay? Now, if you need to research TLC, research TLC. If you need to research the 4%, research it. If you need to research e-commerce, research it. Because when you come to me, I want you to be ready to pull your credit card out and take massive action. You can continue to hope, pray, wish, or you can learn how to go get this money. Build something for your last name. Help your kids understand that there's more options in life than just going to a job and being broke. Allowing your kids to be able to tap into things. Stuff I'm learning at 34, friends, I'm teaching my children who's 15 and 8. So they're going to be way ahead of me by the time they get my age. Right? But if you don't know better, guys, you don't do better. That's why my mom, she didn't know better. All she knew was I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke. So when I grew up as a teenager, I was like, well, I'm broke. Right? And it wasn't until I turned 25 and my cousin introduced me to the network marketing industry and I started getting around millionaires, black young people who was having residual income, and they were saying broke is not what you need to do in your life. I had to change my mindset, guys. And thank God I did. Now you get the free book. The Expert Secrets, a free book, guys. All you gotta do is just pay for the shipping and handling. It's gonna help you understand entrepreneurship. It's gonna help you understand how to find your voice. It's going to help you understand how to start building your legacy and building it for your last name, right? So you can do Amazon and e-commerce with me. You can do the 4% with me. You can do my coaching, guys, where I charge $3,000, right? Some people that may go right over your head, but I charge $3,000 to sit down with you to give you a plan of action for 60 days. Now, am I going to hold your hand? Absolutely not. Am I going to be checking up on you like I'm the doctor? No. I'm going to be giving you a blueprint tailored to you to follow to help you grow in your business and in your life so you can have it more abundantly, right? If you like the way I live, right? If you like my videos, if you like what I do, I don't have a job and I'm able to make 15 grand a month, 10 to 20 grand a month from home. Crazy money. It's crazy. But my goal is 50 grand a month. All right, you can email me right? And tell me what you truly want to do. But if you want to join me in TLC, research it. You want to join me in the 4%, research it. Because I don't want you calling me, asking me 900 questions. Everything has, the internet has so much information, guys. It's overwhelming. So much information I got. TLC, you come at the $500 pack. If you're serious, right? It's only if you're serious, right? I can't help you if you talk about coming in at $40. If you talk about coming at $100, even $200, right? $500. The 4%, $500. My Amazon course will be $500. Choice is yours, guys. I'm doing it. When will you? Make a choice, guys. Make a choice today. All right? Tanisha'sOnlineClass.com if you want to get involved with Amazon. And Tanisha'sPassiveIncome.com if you want to get involved with the 4% group, guys. See you soon.